line. Travis Richards, 29 years old, playing in a Finnish league. Team Pajulahti. And he hasn't been here in November, but he's showing great in this game so far. Joseph on the ball. And again, Joseph on the ball after Bahamians grabbing an offensive rebound. Joseph 3 missed. And Richards grabbed the offensive rebound and trying to look for Samuel down, mismatching in the low post. And has been blocked. Samuel is looking for a personal foul to be called, but here we have the replay. Samuel, Richards, Christmas. Great penetration all the way, and one. This is something what Raheem Christmas should be doing more, because Bahamians trying to fill that space inside, but he has found that line to the middle of the paint for that hook shot. Great job from Raheem Christmas, 30 years old, playing in China, in Yulan-i-Luxjan. And he is one of the players who has been here in November. 3 from Mannings. He can't find the rhythm. And great rebound from Knowles. And again, Dunrad Knowles is causing some troubles in here for Virgin Islands defense. He has grabbed already 4 rebounds, 3 offensive ones, and that's so important for Bahamians, because even though you don't shoot so well, you get another possession if any of the players grabs the offensive rebound. So great effort from Knowles. One minute to go in the second quarter. Bahamia leading Virgin Islands 37-31. Great steal from Gray. And ball stays with Bahamas. Oh man, players trying to find the open spot to penetrate to, which Dunrad Knowles just done in here. And he goes again on the line for 2 free throws. He has shot 100% so far. He made 4 out of 4. And that doesn't apply anymore. That's kind of a law in here. If he says something, it's going to be the other way. So he missed the first. And made a second. 38 for Bahamas, 31 for Virgin Islands. 41 seconds to go in this second quarter. In this first game of today in America's qualifiers in the Group C. Christmas. 5 players of Bahamas looking at Christmas. They try to fill that space. Great defense from Dunrad Knowles, and Raheem Christmas has been called a charge. The offensive foul in here. And that's Christmas's second personal foul. And he goes to take a break. 20 seconds to go in here. Mannings. He's gonna be the one who's gonna penetrate. It's even on a shot clock and game clock. Looking for the pick and roll. Couldn't get it. Dropped the pass for J.R. Cuddle. Couldn't make. And that's the end of the second quarter between Bahamas and Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands trailing 31-38 at the halftime in this Group C game here in Santo Domingo. Numbers: 40% for Bahamas, only 32 for Virgin Islands. And Bahamas had been 14 times on the line. And that so far seems to be the biggest difference in here. Bahamas are really strong into that penetration, trying to be dangerous to the rim. Leaders here, 17 for Mackey Jr. for Bahamas. Such a great performance for this 25 years old Bahamian. Now we see some highlights from the first half. Neither of the team is shooting with any high percentage. Bahamas only 40% from 2, 28 from 3, and 70% from free throws. It has been quite a nervous start from both teams. Virgin Islands shooting only 32%, Overly only 27%. But Virgin Islands has grabbed 14 offensive rebounds, and that's something what coach of Bahamas, Johnson, will definitely talk about in those locker room in halftime. Here we see some great action from Jamal Samuel as well, who have had a great first half. He scored 6 points, but he has scored 2 from threes. But what more, he has been great defensively as well. And we know what these two teams are playing for. They're playing for possible third spot in this Group C. Or actually, they're playing for one of those 3 top spots in the Group C in here after the end of the window 3 of the first round in this American qualifiers for FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023, which will be held next year in Indonesia, Japan, and Philippines. Don't forget, both teams are bringing the results with them if they're gonna advance into the second round, so every game matters. We see some great shooting in here from Bahamas. And let's take a break in here, and soon we'll be back for the second half between Bahamas and Virgin Islands.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
A nasty rejection from Kwame. shouldn't be complaining too much. There were a couple of calls that went their way, and now the follow, the throwdown by Colmenares.
Gearing, staying with it, sticking to Abramovich. Now the fake, the handoff. Oh, I've had enough of this. Get out of my way. Koprivica throwing it down. And alley-oop. And Papagiannis flushes it and will go to the line for a potential three-point play.
So welcome back after this little break in here to Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic to game day 3 in the Group C first game between Bahamians and Virgin Islands, where Virgin Islands are leading in a halftime 38-31. Here we see some leading scores now. Virgin Islands, Ivan Aska, 8 points, 5 rebounds. What a great performance from him. On the other hand, the Bahamas, top scorer, Felix Mackey Jr., he has done his job in this first half with his great intensity, great shooting, and contribution in general for Bahamians team. He has scored 17 points, grabbed 6 rebounds, and he was shooting 75% from the field. What a great numbers for him. And when Bahamas are not having David Nesbitt, who has been the leading scorer in the first window back in November, I must say that the Village Junior Mackey has really stepped up for Bahamas. We've seen the first half of a little bit nervous starts, let's say. Not the high percentage of the shooting, but definitely great efforts at both ends. Bahamas has stepped up their defense in the second quarter, where they has won the second quarter 19-16. almost identically as the first quarter. They won 19-15. So every quarter, a little step ahead of Virgin Islands. These Islanders, 31 points in this first half, 26 rebounds, shooting 32% from the 2-point. Not the highest number, but I'm sure second half is gonna be better on their side. They're only shooting 20% from 3 as well, and 80% from free throw line. And here's Ivan Aska, who's a leading scorer for Virgin Islands with 8 points, 5 rebounds, but only shooting 25%. I'm sure he will want to increase the number as well. But we will want to see another Islanders to add to his performance and stepped up a little bit more, either if it's Samuel or I think they need Christmas to play a little bit more into the basket, because he has been drawing the fouls, but it has to come after some sort of action, because we've seen as well that the Bahamians are packing that middle of the paint to obviously fill that space. Let's see what Coach Moses Johnson has to say. On the other hand, for Virgin Islands, Donald Barr is asking his players for rebounding. They're down by 2 rebounds compared to Bahamians, but they grabbed 14 offensive rebounds, which gave them almost 10 extra possessions in the first half. So they have to definitely keep up that effort on offensive glass, which could give them extra possessions when they're shooting this low percentage and another chance to score. So we will see in here. Don't forget, these two teams hasn't grabbed the win yet in this Group C of the American qualifiers for the Basketball World Cup 2023. So very important game for both nations in here today in Santo Domingo. We are seconds away from the second half. And every game matters in this qualification as teams bringing the results to the second round. Hello and welcome to Palacio de los Deportes in Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic. This is a game day 3 Group C action between Bahama and Virgin Islands. Bahamians leading 38-31. And now that has changed, and great 2 points for Virgin Islands, so 5 points difference in the score at the beginning of the third. Knowles trying to get in and couldn't go all the way. Great defensive possession again. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 Virgin Islands players. In these cases, you would wish the players just fakes the shots and open up their teammates, because if you have 3 defensive players on you, someone has to be open. Miller, long 2 from the corner. Aska on the ball again. Trying to create Amaro. Shot got 5 seconds. Someone needs to finish. Smith. Great individual action. Spin move. Easy too from the middle of the paint. Thompson. Mackey. 3 missed. Great effort on the glass for Mannings. And not sure what Travis Mannings is asking for, maybe a foul, but officials are right by there. They do a great job in here. And that will be a personal foul for Maximaro. So baseline for Bahamas. Again, that quick pass and go. Look at that. Miller again in action. Just fake that pass, give back to the player, and he kept the ball. Great spin move all the way and been fouled. Christmas, 3 fouls. Not the best news for Coach Donald Boff that Christmas has 3 personal fouls in this early of the third, and that's straight away creates the action in here from the coaching staff of Virgin Islands. I'm sure the Hakeem Christmas will go on the bench to save him for later on in this game, because nothing is lost and everything is ahead of them and everything is so important. Samaro checking out, Christmas checking out. We see Chavi Richards back on the court. And Cornell Francis. Richards, there has been, not sure what the call was really much. Seems like there's been some issues maybe on the clock. So Virgin Islands sideline, pardon. Aska on the ball again, trying to play Mackey Jr. Spin move unsuccessful. Long 2, Bahamas looking to run the break again. Thompson, great pass down on Travis Mannings. Easy 2 for Bahamas in here. Great transition offense. Oh, Aska easy 2, cutting off the weak side. Miller, long 3, missed. Great offensive rebound in here. And that's 3. Phyllis Mackey Mackey Jr., another points on his numbers. 20 points so far in this game for Bahamian Phyllis Mackey Jr. Here are some numbers from threes. 29 for Bahamas from the perimeter. And 39 with this one. Pardon, 20 for Virgin Islands. That was a long 2 for Virgin Islands, not 3. Great penetration in here to open middle by Travis Manning. And that's something what Bahamians does defensively so well when they are filling that middle of the paint, but Virgin Islands has to improve because there's such long and wide open space in there. That was at the 3 from Willis Mackey Jr. But Travis Manning's made his free throw. That means that Bahamians leading Virgin Islands 50-39 in the third quarter. Francis on the ball. Aska again, looking for teammates. Nowhere to go. Samuel on the baseline. The ball has been tipped off his hands from behind. So I think Virgin Islands gonna stay on the ball from a baseline in here. Here's a Bahamians play caller, Moses Johnson, who has been with this team for so long and he's been so happy that some of his players has returned. 6 new players compared to the window 1. And there has been the shot clock violation in here. So again, Virgin Islands didn't see the clock ticking. They didn't know they only had 2 seconds to finish this offense. So great again possession defensively from Bahamas. Mackey on the ball again, looking for his opportunity. Thompson, 3, missed. Great rebound from Richards, leading the transition for Virgin Islands. Aska is not open for a second. And there's been a little fight between Ivan Aska and Willis Mackey Jr. Bahamians knows that all balls, all action goes through Ivan Aska in here for Virgin Islands, and they're really putting up the pressure on him to try to not allow him to get any balls. Look at that. Almost front defense from Mackey. Aska, corner shot from 2, missed. Shooting a little bit under the pressure. Manning's almost lost it, but saved it. Miller in here, great individual action here, couldn't finish. Down, 2 defensive players on him. What a fight down there. And now we see Willis Mackey Jr. quite deservedly taking a little break in here, going on the bench. Bahamas couldn't finish, but they have to come back defensively. Great recovery from Thompson to tip that ball off the hands of Aska. Finding that break. Wow, that is a great hustle. Look at that. Aska was way ahead of Thompson, but that pass has slowed down the players. A great recovery defensively from Thompson. Samuel in the corner, Aska on the top. Oh, almost lost the ball. Richards going to the 2, couldn't finish, but great back in from Smith in here for Virgin Islands. 50 for Bahamas, 41 Virgin Islands. Manning's on the ball. Miller on the top of the key. Knowles, Thompson 3 off the screen, couldn't make it. But there has been some foul called in here. And I think there has been foul called on J.R. Cadot in here, and that's Rumble rebound in here. So possession for Virgin Islands. Amara on the ball. Samuel. You see that zone defense from Bahamas at the moment, again, filling the space. Samuel trying to look for open shot. Askar nowhere to go, but a little too much hands from Travis Mannings in here. Great defensive possession again from Bahamians. Really, Virgin Islands has nowhere to go. It would be so good if they hit some long shots as well, because then the defense would have to come a little bit higher to create a space to penetrate to. Aska, corner shot. Nice two from him. Thompson trying to force, nowhere to go. Miller missed two. And Aska again the leading break. He is everywhere. Richards couldn't make it, but he has been fouled by Miller. And a little bit too much talking in here from Travis Mannings. And that will be a baseline possession because Richard was passing when he has been fouled, not really shooting. So we could see a second ago that Ivan Aska going on the bench to take some break. He has been great, 14 points so far and 6 rebounds in this game. And on the other hand, Manning's going on the bench as well. Samuel. Richards. 3. Oh, overhands in here. Great, important 3 for Virgin Islands. And this is unnecessary foul from Samuel. Trying to reach, and that will be his 4th personal foul. This is that 3 from Richards over the hands of Knowles. Thompson looking for his line all the way in one. And you see what it means to him. He knows how important it is for his team to grab the win in this game. For the chances to finish between the top 3 teams in the group who will advance into the round 2. Michael Thompson, 33 years old forward. He's been great in this game as well. Scored 9 points, shooting 50% from 2, 33% from 3, grabbed 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and missed his nth one in here. And low hands on the rim, on the net. So that means possession goes to Virgin Islands. No, it has been personal foul actually. So on the rebounding, and I think it was Velis Mackey Jr. and his 4th personal foul. So no other choice for Coach Moses Johnson than to take him off the court, because he is the key player for Bahamas in today's game. Scoring 20.7 rebounds so far. So both teams in a penalty. And Lawrence Smith made first, missed second. Bahamas are leading Virgin Islands 52-46. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter of today's game in the Group C. Francis from the corner couldn't make it. And Miller is trying to get that rebound but couldn't make it. So Virgin Islands possession. Francis. Richards. 3 missed. Great rebound. Thompson running the break. Great pass in here into the fast break. And 2. J.R. Cudded. That's a great way to get some easy baskets, to run the break before the defense is set up. Samuel, 3, missed. Miller, rebound. Thompson didn't like the numbers. Slowing down the offense. And turnover in here from Bahamas. Francis, easy 2 from the fast break on this time for Virgin Islands. So still only 6 points difference in here. We see 11 points from fast break for Bahamas and 9 for Virgin Islands. Pretty even in here. Who's gonna protect the ball more? Who's gonna dominate a glass? Thompson, missed layup. Great offensive rebound from Miller. 3 from Joseph, missed. Another offensive rebound, another 3 from Joseph. This time it was successful. And that's what happens when you put the effort on the glass, put the bodies, get another possession, and creates the shot for you. Samuel, great penetration to the middle of the paint where he doesn't really have so much space in there from Bahamian defense in this game. And that will be a timeout for Bahamas. Let's listen what the coaches has to say.
You shoot 3 in a row. But the guards on me put a little pressure. He was, if I didn't call you up, you see how he's going? He's not, he was a forward all the time. I said, bring some guard game. Right? Bring the guard game, just like how you pressure Max. Yeah, exactly. See things start to call up. All I'm saying, us, we. Okay? Let's talk. Still mobile. We still a little settling now. You still just keep on moving. Now, guys, we have the, got it for our problem, right? Don't just go one.
So back to action on the court. That was the replay of the last play before this timeout where Jamal Samuel has got that space to penetrate in the middle of the paint, and he used it well for Virgin Islands. But still, it's 7 points difference in the score. The end of the, not actually 1 minute till the end of the third quarter in here in Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic, where the Group C is playing their first games in these qualifiers. Bahamas. They are cuddled on the ball. Thompson, Joseph. Joseph trying to penetrate again, open middle of the court. Great recognition in here from Robert Joseph, 27 years old. And because both teams on penalty, he goes to free throw. See, Coach Donald Bull is giving the instructions to Francis in here. And on the other hand, Coach Moses Johnson talking to his bench as well. Joseph, 4 points. He made first free throw, missed the second. Great offensive effort on the glass from Miller. Cadet couldn't find the open space, but Thompson did. Long two miss, and another hustle on the glass. Great job from Ivan Aska. He has been left isolated to fight for that ball. And Virgin Islands attacking. Francis on the ball. Little risky bounce pass to the side. Still playing against the zone defense of Bahamas. Samuel skip pass. Francis trying to penetrate. Bridges stepped out of line in here. So that has been a turnover for Virgin Islands. That's only 8th turnover in here for Virgin Islands, which is not the bad number. Gerald Cadot. Great drop pass and Knowles in here. And again, Virgin Islands keeping that middle of the paint so open. Bahamians players can penetrate there and create either for themselves or for the open players, as would just happen. Samuel's trying to penetrate into the same area, but not as much open space. Look at that. Wide open middle of the paint in here. And little bounce pass for Donrad Knowles in here. Great play from J.R. Cadot and Donrad Knowles. Samuel has drawn the foul. He knows that he needs to attack that middle of the paint for him to be able to either score drawn fouls or open his teammates, because he is really danger to Bahamians defense in here. 10 points for Samuel. Shooting 100% from the free throw. 8 points difference. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Bahama leading Virgin Islands. Thompson on the ball, trying to draw the foul. Knowles coming to set the screen. Thompson against Aska, couldn't make it. Dropped the pass to Joseph, couldn't make it. Great put in here from Miller. Way to finish the third quarter in here. And here's the frustration of Samuel. Here's the confirmation, end of the third quarter. Bahamas leading in this game 62 against Virgin Islands 52. Numbers are improving, 2-point shooting around 43%. Both sides 29 threes from Bahamas. An exciting full quarter ahead of us. Here's some highlights from the third quarter. Miller has been great. Also, Travis Mannings and Thompson. Virgin Islands defense doesn't really know who to guard first. Also, Willis Mackey Jr., 20 points so far for Bahamas, 7 rebounds. But he has not been really isolated because another 3 players on the 9 points in here offensively. And that's such a great effort. It's a team performance today in here from Bahamas. And that's why they're leading 62-52 at the end of the third quarter. On the other hand, I think Ivan Aska a little bit frustrated in here. Jamal Samuel as well, because no one else is really stepping up. We know Raheem Christmas, he had been substituted out of court because he's been on 3 personal fouls. Don't forget, if you want to see live action, download the app in here, World Cup Qualifiers. It's really exciting games in here. It's not over, this is only the third day. of the action. So go download the app if you want to see all different styles of basketball all across the 4 continents in here. We have African qualifiers, America's qualifiers, Asian qualifiers, and European. Plenty of basketball to watch. And now let's focus. This is the 4th quarter of this first game of the Group C here in Santo Domingo. America's qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Who's gonna grab the first win in these qualifiers? Both teams haven't tasted the win yet. Both teams playing for a lot in this game. They will face each other again in the window 3 played in June. So don't forget, every game matters because teams bringing their results into the next round. Let's see who's gonna want it more. Bahamas leading at the beginning of the 4th quarter, 62-55. Virgin Islands has still plenty work to do, but nothing is over yet. Loads of time ahead of us. Now we see J.R. Cadet on the free throw line. He missed the first. And second as well. Asker, great hustle for the ball to get that rebound, but couldn't make it. So the ball stays. I think Ron Asker has just walked off the court. So he's been checked out, and Francis back on the court. Thompson penetrating again into the middle of the court. Plenty of space to create. Great hustle on the glass in here from Michael Thompson. And he has drawn the foul. As I always say, that extra, here we have confirmation, 3 personal fouls for Richards. Something to think about for Coach Boff. I think Francis is gonna stay on the court. Or at least while the floor has been cleaned in here. Really important job. So players stay healthy. So Thompson baseline for Bahamas in here. Officials just correcting the stand of Lauren Smith. Corner shot, Gray missed. Christmas rebound. And Richards leading the break. Samuels on the 3. Zone defense again from Bahamas. Great deflection in here from J.R. Cadet. So would Coach Donald Ball find the weapon against that great zone defense of Bahamas? Great entry pass for Smith. Great kick out, and Samuel 3 in here. And that's what Virgin Islands needed. They needed to hit some long distance shots in here. So Bahamas defense has to step out and contest that shot. Joseph 3 as well, but missed. Great effort again from Miller on the glass. Joseph Thompson again attacking that middle space. Step back for 3, missed. Great again effort from Miller in here. And the possession stays with Bahamas. Joseph Miller. Miller's looking to penetrate. Give the ball to Thompson. Great spin back all the way and one! What a play in here from Michael Thompson. Great recognition. No one behind the back. Quick spin move. Look at that. No one on the weak side enough Wide open lays to the rim. And that's Michael Thompson's 11 points. He grabbed 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And Smith's 3rd personal foul. Bahamas leading Virgin Islands 65-58. 8 minutes to go in this game. Richards, Samuel again on the 3. Entry pass to Christmas. Trying to find space. Good kick to Richards. He missed the 3. And Smith was fighting for that rebound, which will be rewarded by the possession for Virgin Islands. And now Coach Moses Johnson is subbing 3 players. He's trying to keep the high tempo defensively and offensively, because that's what really is working in this game against Virgin Islands. Christmas missed that corner shot. And on the other hand, we see that Quannell Francis listening to Coach Donald Boff, what he has to say. Manning's on the ball. Thompson again, wide open in the middle of the paint. Another 2 points for Michael Thompson in here. And boy, someone needs to guard him. Samuel. Richards. Samuel cut to the corner, and this is open 3. That's a response you want from Virgin Islands. They need to decrease that margin or stay in the close for the last moments of the game to be able to win the game. Manning's in the ball, tried to deliver it to Knowles but couldn't get it. Richards leading the ball, kick to Samuel again on the 3, and this is 1! Samuel is hot, Jamal Samuel. He is at the moment holding Virgin Islands on his back in here. 19 points for Jamal Samuel. 50% from 3. Oh, we have a moment of threes in here. Willis Mackey Jr. replies to it and just sends the message to Virgin Islands not to be too excited. Francis 3 missed. Great effort from Richards. Couldn't get it. Manning's leading the break. Great pass for wide open Knowles. And you know what? It hasn't been just Knowles wide open. It was also a Miller wide open. So Virgin Islands can't just celebrate. They have to come back, protect that rim from the fast breaks. Francis 3. Pardon, Richards 3. Couldn't get it. Offensive rebound. Samuel 3 again. And he's hot again. Whoa! What a performance from Jamal Samuel. 22 points. And on the other hand, we see again great response from Bahamians. Dunran Knowles, wide open dunk under the rim. And at the moment, it seems that Samuel is playing himself, and there's no defense from Virgin Islands. Great kick to Christmas, couldn't make it. Virgin Islands needs Christmas to get into the game. Not sure if it's not too late. Another break from Bahamas. And Dunrod Knowles again left wide open under the rim, but great recovery from at least one of the Virgin Islands players to try to contest the shot, but it has been a foul. This is that missed 3. Great quick rebound from Mackey Jr. And again, great break. Joseph, quick pass to Knowles, wide open in here. 13 points for Knowles, 6 rebounds. 14 points now for Knowles in this game. Bahamas are leading Virgin Islands 75-67. Almost 5 minutes to go in the fourth. And Virgin Islands has to find the response. They have to stop the break of Bahamas and find some open positions. Amaro missed the easy layup, and Lauren Smith stopped the break by personal foul. But Virgin Islands on the penalty already. So that sends Bahamians on the line. I think Sebastian Gray has been a little bit hurt. Hopefully he is okay. Let's listen to coaches, what they have to say at this stage of the game. Bahamas timeout.
Correct, with Samuel. Okay? Make him put the ball on the floor.
Be in the help, be in the gap, be in the passing lane.
Okay? Make him put it on the floor.
Let's really do what we said. Let's do this. Match up there or two. But then guard him, because what we just don't want to do is foul somebody out of our game. But I think they'll stay in their zone offense, all right?
So from the little we could hear is Coach Moses Johnson quite straightforward. Just guard Jamal Samuel, because he's the only one who can create, who can put the ball on the floor. Neither of other players can actually put the ball on the floor. So you can risk a little bit on the others, but you have to guard Jamal Samuel, because that's the reason, and the only reason at the moment, that the margin is not way higher than just 8 points between Bahamas and Virgin Islands. So Willis Mackey Jr., not a great game for this 25 years old forward who has experiences from the French league in here. And he's been on the 25th point at the moment. That's his 26th point. What a performance so far. He's 1 rebound away from double-double in this game. Aska back on the court. Samuel, long three, couldn't make it this time. Knowles, great rebound. Bahamas has no rush. Miller on the three. His own defense now from Virgin Islands as well. Manning's on the ball, trying to penetrate. Kick pass to the corner, wide open three, missed. And again, look at that hustle on the board. Amara running the break. Samuel, who else is on the leading the break? And Samuel, two. Easy layup in here. That man is unstoppable for Virgin Islands in this fourth quarter. Cadet. Knowles, corner shot, missed. Samuel again leading the break. Amaro on the three, doesn't like the number, slowing it down. Waiting to create. And post-up play from Lauren Smith, who has drawn the foul in here. And believe it or not, this is the first team foul for Bahamas. And second personal for Denrad North. Baseline, Virgin Islands trying to find open play at Christmas. Can't play, but he has drawn the... No, that has been a travel violation in here. Rakeem Christmas won't be remembering this game in the best light. He hasn't really been in the game due to foul troubles, due to great defense of Bahamas. Credit to Coach Moses Johnson, because Christmas has been one of the leading scorers for Virgin Islands the last window when he had 11 points. And Thompson in here again, 2 points. And you know what? I think I'm talking about unstoppable. And not only, what a jumper. Not only Phyllis Mackey Jr. unstoppable, but also Thompson unstoppable. Also Knowles unstoppable and Miller on the glass, both players. So such a team performance in here from Bahamas in today's game. Bahamas leading Virgin Islands 80-49 in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes to go. 17 points for Thompson. Virgin Islands trying to attack against that zone defense. Not this way. Christmas couldn't catch that pass. Bahamas lost the ball in their transition, and Aska leading the brace. Samuel's three wasn't brave enough to take it. Oh, trying to throw the pass to Smith. A little bit misunderstanding on their side in there, and Bahamas are slowing down the game. They have nowhere to rush. They're leading by 11 points, 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in here. Amaro, personal foul. Samuel is going to have a break in here. And what a performance from Jamal Samuel in this game. 24 points for this power forward of Virgin Islands. Travis Munnings on the line for Bahama, just increasing now the lead for Bahamas. 81-69. Munnings 6 points, 9 rebounds. You know what? Every player has contributed from Bahamas some way. But still 2 minutes to go. Don't go anywhere because Ivan Aska has refused to give up. And drawn the foul. But Bahamas on the second team foul. Munnings on the bench checks out. Virgin Islands entry pass to Christmas. He seems really not having enough confidence from the way the game played for him to attack, but Virgin Islands really needs him to score some. Miller on the three, entry pass to Mackey. He's playing Richards. Such a big advantage, but there has been a travel violation. So Mack Jr. couldn't get it this time. 25 years old, what a prospect. Coach Moses Johnson still knows. 12 points difference means nothing. Still almost 2 minutes to go. 1:40 exactly. Aska's trying to find a place. Aska wide open in the middle. Little shot. Great 2 points for Ivan Aska. And double digits, 10 points difference in the margin, but such a necessary foul from Ivan Aska by the half-court line. And you know what, Virgin Islands are in the foul troubles as a team, so that means that J.R. Cutout is gonna be shooting 2 free throws. Aska, second personal foul. Missing first. Cutout, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. As I said, every player from Bahamas who stepped on the court has done something. They have contributed to this great game of Bahamas against Virgin Islands. 3 from Richards missed. Great rebound, and now Bahamas, they don't have to rush their offense. So Knowles has stopped it, but Thompson didn't like it and tried to penetrate. And his ball has been tipped off his hands. 12 seconds on the shot clock, 58 seconds till the end of the fourth quarter between Bahamas and Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands trailing 71-81 against Bahamas. Who's gonna grab the first win in these qualifiers for FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023? We will see. Stay with us. Let's listen to what the coaches have to say. Here's some replay of Jamal Samuel. He has been incredible for Virgin Islands in this second half, basically the whole game, but he has been left a little bit isolated. And I'm afraid that won't be enough. Whoa! 2 for Thompson. In here for Bahamas. Mike Thompson. 19 points. Asuka, long 3 to decrease the margin in the score. And now they have to play the full court. Try to make Bahamas turn the ball over, but not like that. Miller on the 3. Whoa! Bang shot! It's almost like sending the message. We got this game today in here. Asuka, another 3, missed. Rebound for Mackey Jr. And seems like he's gonna just dribble the ball. Thompson's gonna still shoot the long 3. Bang shot, nothing. Asuka is gonna just dribble it off. And that's the end of today's game between Bahamas and Virgin Islands, where Bahamas are taking the win 86-74. We see handshakes after the game. Winners, losers. Fair, good game. I think we've seen a game full of not high percentage of shooting, which we will see in a minute, but I think we've seen a game of a great defense from Bahamas. And unfortunately for Virgin Islands, except for Ivan Asuka, they couldn't find anyone to really play top game for Virgin Islands. And that would have been maybe enough if someone else could have contributed. Numbers in here, 32 free throws for Bahamas to only 9 of Virgin Islands. Bahamas has won on the glass as well, 53-45. Assists, everything pretty even. Top scorers, J.R. Mackey, excellent, 25 points for Bahamas. Samuel, 24. Asuka, 19. But as I said, Bahamas has played and win this game as a team. We've had Knowles, 14.7 boards. Willis Mack Jr., 25 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for him. Miller, 12 points, 8 rebounds. Thompson, 19 points, 19.6 rebounds. That's 4 players in the double digits for Bahamas. Here are some highlights from the game. And congratulations, Bahamas, for grabbing the first win in this American qualifiers for the Basketball World Cup 2023. And still way to go for Virgin Islands. Nothing is lost. We still have some games tomorrow and in the window 3, which will be played in June. So stay with us. Loads of to play for still in this Group C. So back to the game. I think really Bahamas stepped up defensively and played as a team. And unfortunately, except for Samuel and Aska for Virgin Islands, no one else has been that threat to Bahamians. And 86 to 74. What a great game with a great effort. Both teams needs to improve the shooting tomorrow against the leading 2 in this group, Dominican Republic and Canada. We will see these games tomorrow, but after this game at 6 o'clock local time, don't go anywhere because Canada will face off against the Dominican Republic for the top spot in this group, possibly after this window too. On Sunday, 27th, Dominican Republic will close the Group C against the Bahamas, 7 p.m. local time, while Canada will do the same against the Virgin Islands at 4 p.m. local time. Stay with us as well if you want to see the second part of the action of a Group C between Canada and Dominican Republic. Both teams who has won both games in the window 1. So they're gonna play for the top spot in this Group C here in Dominican Republic in Santo Domingo. Some great highlights of the players who have been excellent today. Aska, Samuel, and that's it. And now it's a goodbye from me. Stay with us.